What's going on with Netflix stock? It just dropped almost 12% after hours, from over $360 a share to under 320. Is this a good time to jump in? Well, let's find out. And as always, do some research. So what I did was looked at the last 4 years Netflix reported earnings and crashed massively, whether it was the day after or the next few days. That would give us is to understand the psychology behind these events and what investors have done in the past to kind of get a hint at what we might expect tomorrow in the next few days and weeks ahead. So let's take a look. So the first event was January 7th, 2019. We dropped 4%. The next 3 days, we dropped 8.83% altogether. And so it's a little bit different, unless tomorrow shapes up very nicely for Netflix. But this isn't nearly as big of a drop. So that gives us a baseline of a moderately bad reaction. Only lasted 3 days. Then Netflix was able to recover after that. So the next event that we have is April 18th, 2016, where Netflix dropped almost 13% on the first day after earnings. And that might be what happens tomorrow, actually. And it kept dropping after that. For the 15 days later, the near term bottom was 19%. And the final event that happened in these last 4 years was in January 19th, 2016, where after the first day, it only dropped 0.14%, but 12 days later, dropped 23.26% in a pretty devastating fashion. However, looking at that specific date in a little bit more detail, I compared it with the S&P 500 and noticed that that historical time range overlapped exactly where the stock market hit the lows of 2016. So I don't think that has to do with the earnings per se, but just the whole market tanked. The most applicable scenario in terms of what's going on probably over the next few days to weeks is the middle scenario where we dropped 13% and then we dropped over 19% altogether over the span of 15 days, so 3 weeks of trading. And so this is interesting and just good to know in terms of is now going to be a great time to jump in. And even in the moderate example where we dropped 4%, but then we dropped even lower in the next few days. The only thing here is just maybe don't go all in tomorrow and maybe start a small position and then wait for it to drop a little more and then add again if you're thinking of taking advantage of the crash in Netflix stock. So that's what's happened in the past, the psychology behind what people might be doing in these scenarios and what has happened already. And full disclosure, I do not own any Netflix stock, and this video isn't meant to predict anything that's going to happen. This is just to show the historical things that have happened in the past, to show the psychological tendencies that humans tend to make in response to earnings in Netflix's own history. Let me know what you think about Netflix stock and where it's going to go in the next few days to weeks ahead. And if the first day might be the best day to jump in, well, hope that was interesting and thanks for watching.